Do you want to know how to mix a soul ballad type vocal like this?
In this world, people criticize you all the time, lie a lot to push you down, and that makes me so mad.
For this singer, we tried a few mics. We ended up using the SCT 800. Let's have a look at the processing. Starting out with just some de-essing, turning down the sibilants a bit, 3 to 4 dB, nothing crazy. Next up some EQ, just doing a low cut, getting rid of the rumble, tiniest bit of low shelf, 2 dynamic notches, taming like the harshness in the high mids and some more sibilants in the higher band. Next up some compression with the LA2A. As I said, it's a really dynamic performance. So to get a constant signal, you have to either turn up the low part or turn down the loud part. And that's happening here. As you can see, like on the quiet part, it's hardly doing anything. But in the end, I'm going to skip to the loud part, it's really turning that down. Next up, some soothe, acting as another de-esser, post-compression, as some of the S's tend to come up in the course of the compression. Afterwards, some Pultec EQ, just adding in a bit more of the body, like 100 Hertz. As she's singing in a really low register, I wanted to support that a bit. Some more EQ afterwards, just basic low cutting. Next up, another de-esser, but not your typical de-esser, but a compressor, which doesn't compress the signal in the classic way. As you can see, it's being fed a sidechain signal here, which is coming from this channel, which is just the same signal as the main vocal. Just copied it down. It's not on, so we can't hear it. And there's just an EQ on there, which is isolating like the high band, all the sharpness here. And this sends as a trigger to this compressor. And just turning down the vocal whenever like S or a sharp consonant comes, just turning it down a bit. So like the S's don't cut your head off. As for me, most de-S's like change the sound in the way that I don't find very pleasant, and just turning it down a bit solves that problem. Okay, let's have a look at the sense. Starting out with just a room reverb, just to add a little ambience. You can hear that in solo. Just a really small room. Next up, a shorter plate. You can solo that. Really quiet. Next up, some more longer plate. And that makes me so mad. Just adding more width and lower body to it. And lastly, we have 2 channels of parallel compression going on. One basic, really squashed signal here that's just being added a bit to just keep the vocal present and like in your face all the time. And another just acting like an air type of support. OTT really compressing like the hell out of the signal. And when you add that in, it has a really nice effect. I can turn those 2 parallel waves off. You can really feel it coming up to the front. Yeah, and lastly there's just a limiter on the mix bus. It doesn't do anything, it just turns up the level a bit. And yeah, that's the processing for this soul ballady style vocal. Hope you found it informative and a bit helpful. See you next time.